Greetings out there in YouTube land. This is Morris Man, and as always, I thank you guys for coming to my channel. I post this video with a heavy heart to report or to inform you guys that I believe like 2 days ago, legendary singer Dennis Edwards of the Temptations passed away at the age of 72 due to a long-term illness, and I felt the need to post this special video because at all the Temptations, I had the pleasure of meeting Dennis Edwards on 2 occasions. The first time was a club in the 80s on the south side of Chicago called the Copper Box. My band opened up for him, and he left a long-lasting impression with us because he was such a down-to-earth dude. We sitting here performing and opening up for a legend, and it's like, whoa, when he didn't have any of that royalty airs and I'm bigger than you and none of that. He was just a down-to-earth guy, very helpful. Gave me a autograph to take home to my wife, or at the time fiance. Really nice guy. I mean, I can't say enough about Dennis. Dennis had a real kind heart, and I think about that era, and I always say this. I thank God I grew up in the era that I did. I think about the Copper Box that's on the south side of Chicago, 117th and Hauser to be exact, and how small that place was. Now. And back in hindsight, I was like, man, it was a little tiny neighborhood club, and it was bringing in big acts, and of course you can find big acts in nightclubs, but the nightclubs that you find them in are really big nightclubs, like, I'm drawing a blank, I'm sleepy, House of Blues. And, it's a huge establishment. It's around a bunch of big businesses downtown, but, where can you now step out of your front door, walk down the street, go into a club and see Dennis Edwards, go to a club and see Al Hudson in One Way, going to a club and see a young Johnny Gills getting his career started? Those clubs are gone. I remember the guy that used to manage it and MC, his name was Chris. And Chris was a very tall, handsome, intelligent dude, very well spoken, and he was the perfect MC for the Copper Box. And I never forget the day I went in there. It was on Saturday night, and I felt this sense of sadness over the place. And I asked one of the regulars, I'm like, what's going on here? It's like a funeral home. He said, you don't know? I said, no. He said, Chris died in a car accident yesterday. I'm like, oh man. And that was kind of the end of the Copper Box. But during that time, it was a lot of nice clubs. The Taste, and actually, the Taste is still open on the south side of Chicago. It was the only nightclub that I could recall that had a dressing room, because even the Copper Box didn't have a dressing room. We used to go into the bathroom when they call us out. We went up on the stage and get to playing. But from my scrapbook, I got one of the pluggers from the Copper Box. Don't know if you'll be able to see this. And then above that is a band playing at Taste of Chicago, and then above that, a band playing at the Taste nightclub in Chicago. And I was doing the Moore's Daytime era, and I was singing leads. Actually, I think I was singing Jungle Love. But I just thought I'd post this video to pay my respects to a great singer. Dennis Edwards was actually the second lead singer for the Temptations. The first one was David Ruffin, and I think the very first song that Dennis Edwards performed the sang on as a quote unquote lead singer for the Temptations was Psychedelic Shack, which was recorded in the late 60s, and I think it was written by Norman Whitfield and produced by Norman Whitfield. Again, we're gonna miss that Dennis. Dennis was a class act, and all the greats are leaving, and you ask yourself, who are gonna replace these people? And that's an age-old debate, young guys versus the old guys' views. But I just don't see anybody at this point that I can say, okay, the next Marvin Gaye, okay, the next Dennis Edwards. And when I make that statement, I have to clarify, because I had some people that kind of took it out of context. Well, nobody like that guy. I'm not saying like that guy. I'm saying as famous as that guy and as talented as that guy, not singing like that guy. So I noticed, when you speak publicly, YouTube and out in the public, you gotta really make sure what you say is what you get people to understand what you're saying, as opposed to they took the spin on this, and they think it's something else. So when I make that statement, it's again, it's not saying we're looking for somebody who's gonna be that guy, sing like that guy, look like that guy. No, the next popular guy, the next talented guy like that guy. And so far I don't see that, but hopefully that'll change. But again, I just want to acknowledge the passing of a legend, Dennis Edwards, age of 72. Till next time, take care. Thanks for watching.